I was right here in Ondo State not too long ago for the investment summit. And I can also congratulate you on that one because I think it was a success by virtue of what I saw, the quality and caliber of people that showed up for that investment summit. So let me ask you then, because 2 years in office, 1 year, like you said, as taking the rest of the tenure of the late Governor Akeredolu, and now your first year in office, the question will be, politically, how do you want to be defined in the next 4 years? What do you want when people become governors? They know what they want to do and they know what they want to be defined as, and they're intentional about it. What is your intentional substance that you want to be used? Do you want people to define you as?
You see, government or governors, if you like, covers the entire spectrum of the society. Security, agriculture, the economy, yes, power, and every other aspect of the economy, which you know. Sometimes, because you have to deliver to people, and all of these aspects are very, very important for human existence. So you have to touch every one of them. So sometimes I find it difficult to say I am this in terms of what I want to give to the people, because every aspect is very, very important. Having said that, the whole, at the end of the day, the people will be able to judge that when Governor Aiyedatiwa was here as governor, these are our experiences. Let them, by their experience, let them tell the story. Let them tell the story, because I believe every aspect is it the medical sector, you have to provide good medical service to the people. Security, we are known for that already in Ondo State, and I'm keeping the fire on. I've just recruited 500 additional Amotekun personnel to further strengthen our security architecture. So that is there. But there are some areas that Ondo State have not touched before that I'm touching right now. That is in the area of bitumen exploration. Maybe by the time I will be done, I'll be able to have been able to do a lot in that area. Because Ondo State has the second largest bitumen deposit in the world, next to Canada. We've been talking about it, but we have never done any exploration. Right now, 2 companies are doing exploration at Irele. Those licenses are owned by Ondo State government in partnership with some other partners, companies. The exploration is ongoing, which is the first stage of bitumen mining. That is there. Secondly, the deep sea port that we are pursuing. It has been in the pipeline for many years. Agagu talked about it. Mimiko talked about it. Akeredolu also started something. The God port declaration, even though it was a bit faulty, that I have to now pursue to get it, amended. Now we have signed the MOU with those who are going to build, operate, and transfer to the state. Very soon they will be, at the end of this month, they will be coming to be on ground fully, to break the ground. If I'm able to also build that, at least I will be remembered for that. That the one who turned the economy of the state around. You know the overall benefit of having a deep sea port in a state. The refinery, if you could recall, the current Dangote refinery was to be built in Ondo State at the local. But for some reasons, the discussion among the leaders at the time and investors, because the local then was a marriage between Ondo State and Ogun State, partnership. And then for some reason, the agreement could not hold, so Dangote have to move to Lagos. And we have Dangote refinery currently running will have been here in Ondo State. But we have another one coming during my time. We have just signed the MOU as well. 500 barrel per day refinery coming up very soon. And they've actually accessed their fund, about $50 billion access. They've been able to access that, and they are ready to also move to site to start building. Then we have the Residence Fertilizers Nigeria Limited. They are building a fertilizer and petrochemical plant. We've also signed the MOU. These are three major projects that if I'm able to achieve this during my time, which, we've got into a particular level that they just need to move in and start, working. And I have 3 years left for this very tenure. And I'm sure the work they will start before the 3 years will end, they should have been able to start producing or running the port, as the case may be. So even if they have not been able to finish, but I've gotten to a point where everybody will talk about it, that this was brought by the time they will be talking about it at that time. But during the tenure of Governor Lucky Orimisun Aiyedatiwa FCA, that we had all of this in place. I think it's a good thing to be remembered for.
Yes.